Okay, so we're back on the heat with the juice. I've already added 1 pound of sugar. We have 1 3/4 pints of this Rowan liquid. So therefore I've got 1 pound in here, and I'll add an extra 12 ounces of sugar. It's sugar for preservation and making sure it solidifies. So that's that. And I always recommend you never forget to also sterilize the lids of your jars. Just as important to do so. You can put the glass jars in the oven if you wish. It's one method that a lot of people use, but I have my tried and tested method. And if you've got a glass jar sitting in 100 degrees of boiling water for 5 minutes, that will kill everything inside. Making sure you get round about the jar, shift them around. So that's that done. So probably the next thing we'll do is show you transferring this to the jars once this has done its business. Alright, so you can see the ruby red colour of the liquid. I'll add in a little more sugar. I don't want to put it all in at once, of course, but this is the second lot. And what I also recommend you do when you're in the kitchen, anything you've been using, anything at all, pots, utensils, wash them, and if need be just put them back where they belong, and then when you want to use them again you know where they are, and it saves a lot of clutter. And the last thing you want is that extra obstacles when you have this to put into the jars. Very important you have a tidy kitchen work environment when you're there working in it. This is what I've always done. It's not a big-headed thing to say this. It's just I just find it is much easier to do everything. So the scales now have been utilised, so they will go away. The sugar will be added and will be washed, and then when I need it for the next batch, I'll just take it back out of the cupboard, you see. So that's us all done, Eddie. And we just got to wait for this to boil. Don't boil it rapidly, just let it ease up in its own style. This is perfect, Andy. But, as I say, it's not perfect until it's in the jar. So this is the liquid finished, and I'm just about to transfer this into one of the jars. Can you see this? I'll just pop this down for a moment while I transfer the main liquid into this jug. So it's quite viscous. And we'll do another one. Okay, so we're still working away here, Eddie. Second batch. I've skimmed off the sort of foam there. And I think I mentioned, did I load it? I don't know. But when you're making jams and stuff, you can add a bit of butter, which will take away the scum. But I don't want to add butter to this product. So what I've done is given a little teaspoonful of olive oil, and that will help to take the fat off the. It's quite normal, and then the sugars will dissolve. And there's, as I said earlier on with these ones here, you won't get that little white line. It's almost impossible to get rid of it. But as I say, it's not a shop product, it's just for my own use. Now the other thing I was going to say is on this matter, goodness knows what it was. Yes, if I did say add an egg, that's for soup. Eggshells can absorb any fats on the top of the blob of butter. And it's caused by the fruit. Some of the fruit's not absolutely 100% ripe. And also you've got to make sure you don't strain it through too quickly. No forcing it. But I'm pretty happy with this stuff, like. Look at that. Bright red. Well, maroon. It's maroon in colour, ain't it? Not bright red, you fool. So you can probably see the consistency in this side, in this particular batch is much clearer because of the oil that was added. Just a little tiny drop. It won't make any difference because olive oil is good. But that's the secret there. So we've got 1.5 pound of sugar to add to this 1.5 pints of liquid. You might think that's very sweet, but as I say, that's a preserving mechanism as well. And once you add it to your different commodities like your porridge or your a straight fruit drink, it's the sugars are soon dispersed in the liquids, that you cook with. Soups, stews, you name it. This is really good. I mean, you have no idea how good this tastes. It's a fabulous, this is why I go to all the effort, you see. But I shan't bore you anymore. I will show you the lined up jars once they're all completed. And you can hear the sugars starting to sizzle and dissolve amongst all the liquid. Well, a very good morning. What time is it, Annie? It's 10 minutes to 9 on the 10th of September in the morning, and I didn't manage to do this batch last night. It became, well, it is exhausting work, and I would have been here till 8 or 9 o'clock at night doing this one, so I decided to leave this walk, and we'll get it done just now. This is yesterday's jelly. Let me just show you in the light. Isn't that perfect, Eddie? And it's solid. So that is the finished product. Mr. Robin's been down. He's been having a look at this little nest box. So he knows there's some cold weather coming. There's snow for the hills or the mountains forecast this week. So it's definitely a change in temperature. But beautiful. But that's really good quality Rowan jelly. I'm very pleased. And it's not just a one-off. They're all pretty good, really. These are the sterilised jars, and you can't fault that. Get your spoon in there, and of course the rounds are full of very high content in vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C especially, It's like 1,000 small tomatoes, this, isn't it? That's something very interesting. On there's a healing berry. You can see there the cross. Well, it's the seal of Solomon on every single berry. Do you see that? Probably not very clearly. That's every single berry has a little. The rowan is a youthful tree, and consumption of the rowan will keep you youthful. So it's very good that it's got potassium as well in here, and iron. So there's lots and lots of goodness in this, and this is why I prepare it. But vitamin C is the main component, and it's very good for your complexion, all sorts. Coffee I need on the go, so I'm not going to film this episode today, because you've got the idea of what happens. Look, we might just show you a little bit, because I was talking yesterday quite a bit about the little jam scum, the sugar scum, the jelly scum. It settles. It's very difficult to get rid of that. What you need is oil, because it's basically the fats from the fruit and the sugars. Simply butter or a little bit of oil helps to disperse it, but really you should be scooping it all to prevent it. But I don't bother, as I told you yesterday. Look, there's nothing on there, and if there was, it doesn't matter, because I'm not selling it. I'm not picking it off a shelf and go, what the hell's that white stuff in there? I'm not buying that. But let's go in here, let's get moving, sir, or we'll be here dithering. Jesus, what's the music? I've got gentle classical and it's went a bit haywire. I must switch that off. Yes, I prefer lunchtime concerts. BBC Radio 3, something gentle, like an oboe. A flute? No. Oboe, yes. And a clarinet, yes. And a clarinet. Just another thing worth mentioning, actually. You see where the berries have been up to. You see how clean and sparkling the pot is as a result of the juices. So as I said correctly, if you want your pots all sparkling clean, just put the berry remnants in and give it a bit of a scrub round, perhaps even just a gentle simmer, and all your pots will come up gleaming. So these are facts. This is evidence. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but you might just see the difference in the faint lines. So when I finish this job today, I'll give that a scrub round and bring the whole lot up. So this is my task to get on with everything. These are the remaining jars, which will be re-sterilised. I've done them yesterday, but that will be done. And of course the berries will be washed off and cooked off, and we should get a few more. So I better crack on and stop yapping. But hopefully you're enjoying this little episode. Can you hear me? I'm probably mumbling. I've not had enough coffee. You see how clean this pot has become as a result of the rowan juices. It's absolutely spotless. If it does that to a pot, can you imagine what that does to your innards? And all your arteries and all your blood vessels will be scoured of all the nonsense. and left gleaming inside, and that will show in your complexion, you see. It's the truth. It's the truth, Annie. We're getting there, Andrew. Yes. For this batch I got 3¼ pints of Rowan juice. So therefore I'm heating this up because it's gone through the jelly bag, you see, the sieve. Well, the jelly bag, not the sieve, Andy. And this will be heated up, and because there's over 3 pints of liquid, well, I need first of all 2 pounds of sugar plus an extra pound and a bit of sugar for equal sugar to liquid, you see. So that's done. The pots, the lids have been sterilised. They're just cooling now. So everything's ready, just the sugar to add, and then we'll get the jars all filled up once this is prepared and at setting point. What you do is take a spoon and put it in a cup or something, you know, and put it somewhere cold for a short while, and then if it doesn't move, then you've got a setting point, you see. But that is absolutely first class liquid, and that's absolutely stacked with everything you need for a decent body inside. So here we are, all done. Everything's back to normal, all cleaned off. It's all everything washed up, and I've got 17½ jars. I count this one in. I'm going to have a little tester here, and look at that, perfect liquid, and it's clear as day. I'm sure you must agree it's a job well done. The first batch was a bit some layers on top, but the rest of it, I mean, look, and these batches are, well, this will keep me for, well, even if I went through a jar a week, it's you know, but I won't do that. I mean, a jar should last me a fortnight, but once it's open, put it in the fridge. I mean, be under no illusion at all that this is extremely hard work, but anything that you know, gives you a great deal of satisfaction, there's always hard work involved. It doesn't matter if it's climbing a mountain or, you know, walking a distance between 2 points. It's hard work, and it requires dedication and patience as well. I'm pleased, it's all turned out really well. So you saw the starting point with me up the small glen collecting the berries. You see me processing, you see me putting them in the pot, and how to prepare them, and getting them into jars. Unfortunately, you won't be able to watch me sitting eating this when I'm having it on a piece of very mature cheese with a oat cake or something like that, or perhaps a slice of beef or something like that, and you know, vegetables, and definitely in the porridge, and look, and definitely as a fruit drink. I mean, that's hot, but no problem. You could have that ice cold. You could use that as a syrup for ice cream, or, I mean, it's endless possibilities from this Rowan jelly. And as I say, it's completely packed with all the right vitamins that you need, and particularly high in vitamin C, which is important during the winter months to fend off colds and flus and stuff like that. So I'm not going to linger and keep you viewing any longer, but that's the job done. And as I say, it's, I mean, the only drawback, of course, it's a beautiful day outside. I was cutting my hedge last week, of course, and that's the jam strainer out drying now. Without that it'd be almost impossible to get it done correctly. A good investment that was. And getting the lawns cut and everything. Mr. Crow's not come down for a bit of bread. I don't know where he is today. Sometimes he disappears. I notice that with the birds. Sometimes here and then sometimes they completely vanish. Just depends on which angle the moon's at. That's what I found. I'll give you more on that subject some other time. But thanks very much for watching. Oh yes, and I was going to show you this. This is the chaff off the dock. Do you remember I pulled up that, snipped that dock? Well, I lost most of it in the wind actually, but when I was taking it outside to slice it back. But I've got ample more. I can always collect more. You don't need an awful lot of this stuff. You can put that in yogurt. You could put it into your porridge or soups or anything. But what you could do, if you collect enough of it, you can grind it all down. It makes an excellent coffee. It's very good coffee. So let's dock it in. The chaff itself doesn't have any vitamins, but inside the seed, it's got a lot of nutrients. And of course, docking leaves themselves, highly sought after in the spring months. You couldn't get anything better for your body than a docking leaf. And also useful if you get stung with a nettle, you can just get a docking leaf and put that on. It'll definitely ease it, the tingling sensation. But anyway, that's all done, Annie. And thanks very much for watching and viewing this particular episode. A long episode, I'm quite sure. So there we go, perfect, 100% absolutely perfect Rowan jelly, and that will go on anything you want to eat, and certainly with a really decent cheese, some oat cakes, even a salad. You can eat it, I can eat it raw, just like this. I'll have a teaspoon in my mouth. The flavours are absolutely amazing. You've absolutely no idea how good that tastes. Well done, Annie. You made perfect Rowan jelly. Thank you so much. Look how wobbly it is. Hello, Boo-Boo. Hello, Boo-Boo. Hello, Rosa.